Welcome back everyone to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill and today we are going to be covering and doing basically the ultimate guide to the Adidas Samba silhouette. I have 6 different variations, so we're going to go through each variation, talk about which one's most popular, talk about the fit, talk about sizing, and everything in between. But this is pretty much the hottest, or at least one of the hottest sneakers on the market, and the Samba is definitely at the top of the chain right now as far as sneakers selling out everywhere. And I currently have seen at least 1 out of 3 people in New York wearing a pair of Sambas, so definitely a very hot sneaker at the moment. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome in. Be sure to hit that subscribe down below if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these videos that I put out. So let's jump right into it, starting with the most popular silhouette, the Samba OG. This is definitely the top selling sneaker on YouTube right now and other platforms as well. And it is by far probably one of Adidas's biggest sellers this year and has been since last. So as far as the one I'm going to show you, this was a collaboration done with Sporty and Rich. And I feel like the Samba OGs have just been really selling like hotcakes because not only does this aesthetically look good, it's more of a European style. As you know, the inspiration and guidance behind creating the sneaker was initially a soccer shoe. So now it has become this trendy lifestyle sneaker, and the European aesthetic is definitely made its way to the US, and people can't get enough of the Samba. So again, this is the Samba OG. It's very standard, and a lot of these other variations are actually based off of this. And this one specifically just has really high quality materials, super cute and color scheme, but this comes in so many different color variations. It's one of those sneakers that really is hard to sit on shelves these days. Every time I walk into a retail store, most people say that these are the first ones to sell out as soon as they get new stock in. Next up is the Sambae. So this is actually one of the newest variations that has recently released. At Govball, I feel like the Sambae was one of the most popular sneakers I saw on foot. The reason behind it being that it has this additional platform. So the top half of this is quite similar to the Samba OG. The only thing that kind of differentiates it, again, is this high platform that has this gum bottom, but also the 3 stripes has this woven material, which I think makes it also look a little bit more upscale. All right, so next up we've got the Samba LT, or also known as the Samba Long Tongue. So this is probably one of the hottest sneakers on the resale market right now. It's going in the thousands, but this is the Wales Bonner collaboration. I know a lot of people are not huge fans of the long tongue, which is actually serves a purpose, if you can believe it. So the long tongue was actually created to go on top of the laces for a better kick. Stylistically, some people are not fans of it. I personally don't mind it on certain collaborations, specifically Wales Bonner. I think it just makes it a little more futuristic. And other than that, the rest of the base of the sneaker is exactly like the Samba OG. The only main key difference is this fold over long tongue that you have here. All right, next up is the Samba ADV. So this is actually a little bit heavier in weight. As far as the texture and quality of material, this was created as a skateboarding variation of the Samba OG. So it is a replica basically of it. The only difference is you can actually, again, feel the weight of this. It's a bit heavier and the materials are a little bit different in structure. So the T toe box here actually has double layers, so it's actually a little bit thicker to touch and a little bit less malleable. Other than that, this is pretty much been exclusive to skateboard shops. So this is actually very hard to find at just regular retailers. This one and this specific color is actually exclusive to Zoomies. All right, next up is the Samba XLG. So again, this is pretty much, I would say, out of all of the silhouettes I have in front of me, probably built to be the most comfortable. So this has a lot of additional padding. Again, has the same aesthetic as that Samba OG, but you're gonna get that thick tongue here. So almost like a Nike SB skateboarding shoe, you're getting that additional padding. You're also getting additional padding on the back of the heel here. It's nice and squishy, and some additional padding in that insole as well. And then you are getting more of a stacked midsole, so you're getting a little bit of additional height. So if you're a fan of the Samba OG in general, you definitely may want to try this out, especially if you're somebody who wants some additional height added to their sneaker, because you are going to get this just like the Sambae. And last but not least, this is actually the most expensive, more on the pricier side of all of the Sambas. This is the Samba Millennium. So this definitely, out of all of the Sambas, doesn't really aesthetically look the same except for this upper portion. It's the midsole that really, I feel like, makes this sneaker translate a bit differently. You are getting high quality materials, but as far as the price point goes, I just don't think it's justified in really what you're getting on the sneaker in comparison to the other Samba silhouettes. All right, so now let's go through size and fit on all of these. So Adidas is a little strange with their size range of things. I typically go by my European size, which I'm a weird size in Adidas. I'm between like a 40 and a 40 and 2/3. Typically a 40 and 2/3 though is too big for me. So I end up having to stick with a size 40, which means I actually have to go half a size down in my US size. I do have high arch narrow feet, and the Samba silhouette in general is very, very narrow. So if you have flat, wide feet, I would definitely take that into consideration, just because you may actually want to just stick to your regular true to size, since again, on the toe box specifically, these are very narrow and you may need a little bit of extra wiggle room in there. All right, so now let's talk about how much these go for on the retail market price-wise. So one of the reasons I truly think that this sneaker is so popular is the price point. A majority of these actually sit around that $100 retail price range. So starting with the Samba OG, that's retailed at $100. The Sambae is $110, so not too much above that $100 price point. The Samba LT is $120, so we're going up in pricing a little bit. Then the Samba ADV goes back down to that 100 price range, and then the Sambae is 110, and then the highest, most expensive of all of these is the Samba Millennium, and that goes for 150. As far as material and pricing goes, I feel like the Samba XLG, for some reason, you're getting a lot more for the bang for your buck on that one for 110, especially since you're getting that added material. I was actually expecting that to be more around the 150 price point. For the Samba Millennium though, I just think that that price point is insane for that shoe personally, especially for the feel of it. It's supposed to be a bit more comfortable with the tech that they put in there. It's actually has added comfort from that original release back in 2009, but it just doesn't feel that much more comfortable in my opinion. All right, everyone, I really hope that this Samba exclusive guide helps you find the perfect Samba for you. I know there's so many different variations, and I hope the sizing guide helps you as well. If you have any comments or questions, definitely leave those down below. Again, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these videos. That is it for this unboxing and overview. We'll catch you all on the next episode.